Arthur, one reason for the Biden administration shoring up the border wall in Yuma, they'd be trying to prevent the Mexican cartels from bringing even more deadly fentanyl into our country. Police are warning, though, that the opiate epidemic that we have been facing could get even worse. Reports out of Colorado say a new narcotic, you see it there, called pyro, is out on the street in that state. Health officials say the synthetic opioid of pyro is 10 to 15 times stronger than fentanyl.
These are profit-seeking enterprises that have very smart chemists who want to market new substances, post them on the internet or on social media for availability, and get people to be early adopters to them. All of them are illicit, all of them are dangerous, and all of them are available on the internet and on the dark web.
Arizona has also been hard hit by opiates streaming across the border. State Attorney General Mark Brnovich joins us with the very latest on this. Mr. AG, welcome.
Thanks, Eric.
Well, of course, what is the worry that you have about this new pyro that is so much stronger than fentanyl?
Well, as your report indicated, we're talking about a new drug, a variant that's 20 to 50 times more potent than fentanyl. And we all know that even 2 milligrams of fentanyl can be deadly. So this is a drug that literally can come in contact with your skin unknowingly and kill you. So the cartels have seized control of our southern border. And, we know Joe Biden now is talking about building the wall. But meanwhile, 3 million people have illegally entered our country. Tens of thousands of fentanyl and methamphetamine have flowed into our country. Americans are dying, and the cartels control it. And the other thing is, let's not forget, the precursor chemicals for these drugs like fentanyl and these new variants that are coming over, they're all coming from China, and the cartels manufacture them, and then they poison our kids by getting them across the border, which is, has no barriers anymore.
You just mentioned something that's kind of unexplored in this coverage, and that is it comes from China. Tell us more about that. Is this do you think this is a plan by Beijing to try and poison us?
I do. And, look, China is always thinking long term. They look at us as, decadent and weak. They see that what happened in Afghanistan and what happened in China. And so they are at war with us, essentially, economically, technologically. And quite frankly, they're trying to undermine us by getting Americans addicted to drugs and killing a whole generation of Americans and, sapping our treasure, not only in fiscal terms, but in human lives as well.
So when you see this this drug, it's a light blue pill. We saw it a moment ago. It's got an M on it and the number 30. It's shown up in Colorado. Have you seen it yet in your state?
No, but we do know this, is that the drug cartels are poisoning our kids, and they're doing it in a way because there's no consequences of them flooding this stuff in our country. We're going to see it spread. So as I've said before, Arizona's a border state, but every state is a border state now. And I know our office alone, just this year, Eric, we're prosecuting 135 pounds worth of fentanyl cases. That's literally enough fentanyl to kill the entire population of Michigan, Arizona, and Georgia combined. So we're losing perspective of how we're going to lose a whole generation of Americans if we don't do something right now. And that's why I keep fighting I keep suing Joe Biden over Title 42, over the border wall, over releasing felons in our neighborhoods, because we are paying the cost every single day, not only as Arizonans, but as Americans.
Yeah, on the other hand, the DOJ says that the seizures, the amount of seizures of fentanyl are at record highs. So some would say that shows that the policies are working because they're seizing this stuff, but the Mexican authorities just nabbed half a ton of fentanyl in a warehouse just over the border. So do you see it continuing, and how do you actually can it be fully stopped?
Look, our office seems to be having a record bust working with local and federal officials every few months. So we keep breaking the worst kind of records you want to break, and that's fentanyl and methamphetamine coming into our country. And yeah, this past fiscal year, more than 8,000 pounds of fentanyl have been seized, enough fentanyl to kill everyone in this entire country. But the problem is the cartels, the Border Patrol agents are processing people because they're getting a free pass to come into this country. The cartels then are flowing drugs drugs across in those gaps in the border while Border Patrol agents are out of the field. And so that's why, as I said, I'm in the courtroom every single day trying to stop the Biden administration from doing what they're doing and just get them to enforce the law as it is. Because even if we build new walls, Eric, if you have the Department of Justice and the Biden administration incentivizing and decriminalizing people coming here and there's no consequences, you're going to continue to see this escalating violence and Americans dying.
It is continuing, and it is so tragic. And I mean, you just go through the communities and see the devastation. People watching right now who've had family members succumb to the snow firsthand. Arizona Attorney General Mark Brnovich, thank you for joining us and for the efforts to try and stop this.
Thank you, Eric.
Barthel?